I'm a therapist here at Brooklyn Heights Behavioral Associates, and today I'm going to be telling you a little bit about DBT, which stands for Dialectical Behavior Therapy. You might be wondering, what are dialectics? Dialectics is this idea that two seemingly opposite things can actually be true at the same time. And this shows up in DBT in a core dialectic of acceptance and change, which I'll get to a little bit later. DBT is an evidence-based treatment that was originally developed to treat suicidal and self-injurious behaviors, as well as borderline personality disorder. Borderline personality disorder is primarily a disorder of emotion dysregulation, which means that you might experience really intense emotions and they might last for a really long time. Although this is what DBT was initially created for, DBT is also super effective at treating things like impulsivity, substance use disorders, eating disorders, and many other behaviors that might be getting in the way of quality of life. There are 4 modes of treatment in DBT: individual therapy, skills group, skills coaching, and the consultation team. In individual therapy, your therapist will work with you to identify problem behaviors that are interfering with your quality of life. Your therapist will use different behavioral assessment tools to track these behaviors and help you find a balance of accepting where you're at and problem solving effectively. This includes learning skills in a group setting and having the ability to call your individual therapist for help applying these skills into challenging and everyday stressful situations. The clinician consultation team ensures that you are getting the best care possible. You're truly being treated by a whole team instead of just one individual therapist. This results in a comprehensive treatment where you're really applying these skills to everyday life, not just in the therapy room. While other kinds of behavioral approaches might have you in the therapist's office 1 hour a week, DBT is really about changing the way that you live your life and the way that you respond to things. At the beginning of treatment, this is what we call pre-treatment, and this is a time for you to get to know your individual therapist and learn more about DBT so you can determine if it's going to be an effective or helpful treatment for you. The goal of DBT is to decrease behaviors that are causing you suffering in your everyday life. And it's not actually a suicide prevention program. It's a program that equips you with tools that are going to help you live the life that you want to live and get closer to your goals. DBT is a therapy of collaboration, openness, curiosity, and non-judgment, and it really requires a lot of commitment from both the therapist and the client. So in DBT, we like to use this metaphor of a rowboat. If the therapist or the client is in the rowboat and they're the only one rowing, what's going to happen? The boat's going to go around in circles. So in DBT, it requires commitment and motivation and effort from both parties in order to actually make change and in order to get yourself to a place where you want to be. There's 4 groups of skills that you'll learn in DBT: mindfulness, distress tolerance, interpersonal effectiveness, and emotion regulation. Now, mindfulness and distress tolerance skills are skills that help you learn how to accept where you're at and to get through really challenging situations without making them worse. Emotion regulation and interpersonal effectiveness are more on the change side of the dialectic. So these skills help you learn how to change your emotional patterns and behaviors, and also to interact with others and impact your relationship with yourself to be more effective and in line with your goals. In DBT, we believe that everyone is doing the best they can. We also believe that people are here because they want to learn how to do better and to live their lives more effectively, which brings us back to this core dialectic of acceptance and change. I hope this has given you a good sense of what DBT is. It's truly a comprehensive treatment, and it's a treatment that works. We look forward to working with you and supporting you or a loved one in building a life that's more fulfilling.